Hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm groovy. How about you?
Radical. Okay.
We're just having a natural flowing conversation here with three other people listening
It's
in,
not
right?
awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So, tell me,
Mm-hmm.
why are you a faculty counselor advisor?
Because I applied and I got the job. Yeah. What if
Deeper
you're
than
asking?
that.
Yeah, deeper than that, or like more honest and profound.
Right.
Faculty counselor advisors are really, to me, one of the most significant people on the campus, not just because I am one, but because the kinds of issues we get to deal with on a daily basis are really all around supporting students in their success. And as I was sharing with you before, the clarity, too, that we can offer students, I think is really kind of significant. You know, I've taught, and I also have a private practice where I do more like what people think of as traditional counseling therapy. And then here on this campus and at the school, what I get to do really is two forms of counseling, but they're not the common like stereotype. When somebody thinks of a counselor, they normally think of mental health and they think of interpersonal issues and that kind of thing, which we deal with a little bit, but we also have two other colleagues that are just simply referred to as faculty counselors that deal more with the deeper interpersonal and kind of like life functioning type of questions and issues. What FCAs do is the two forms of counseling we offer is really one is specific to career and kind of like life path, that sort of thing. And then the second form of counseling we offer is academic counseling, where we're sort of the more heavy metal version of what students commonly get exposed to in College 110 on basically strategies and tools, if you will, of how to be a more successful learner student. So that can come in the form of something as nuts and bolts as like different techniques for studying for tests. One of the common examples I give is from my own life, where I think when we talked before in the fall, and I told you, that I flunked out of college twice, which is really true. I use that as a common launching pad to also talk about, and here are the reasons that I can identify now that I know I didn't perform very well as a student the first couple of times around. And part of it was simply because I didn't know how. And the other part was one of the reasons I didn't know how is because I really didn't have very clear or solid resources, if you will. And so I was fortunate in my academic path. We didn't have FCAs in my day, right? So I was fortunate that I had a couple of faculty instructors that just saw the potential in me, and they actually helped mentor me in things like reading and outlining textbooks, knowing how to study more effectively and efficiently for tests, and knowing that there's different techniques that you use to study for different forms of tests. It may sound real mundane to the successful student or somebody who knows that, but when you don't, like I didn't, that's kind of like discovering the meaning of life, because then it certainly shifted and really started to help build momentum for success for me. So that's one of the things I get to do now as an FCA, which I absolutely love. And then the other part that's very fulfilling too is the career life planning kinds of stuff, which is different than, it's a part of counseling too, but it's separate and different from the more interpersonal, emotional, relational issues, which most folks think of when they think of counseling.